Hi guys, welcome to Sabi Ball. Once again, it's the OG Sabali, FX here, and as always, we Sabi Ball for hell. So I've got some amazing guests in the house, and one thing that we do know is that these guys, their football knowledge is through the roof. The beautiful thing about when we talk about football is the camaraderie and, of course, most importantly, the understanding of the game. And these two gentlemen definitely understand the game. That's one of the reasons why they're here. That's why I like talking to them about football. That's why I love bantering with them. Yes, they're Arsenal fans. The most important thing, they're very objective, very real, very enthusiastic about the game. And for sure, we will definitely break it down. Sabi Ball, episode 2, and I have to start with the man on my right. He's known as a football purist. Hey, no wonder he writes for the Pure Football magazine, a UK-based sports magazine. Goes by the nickname Apache. If you guys know Apache Indian, if you know Apache Indian, boom shakalak, and you know this gentleman. Apache, Mr. Ayodeji, how are you? Welcome to Sabi Ball.
Boy, how you feel being a Chelsea supporter this morning?
I feel great, bro. You can see now. You can see now. 3-0. Familiar foe was taken down. Barcelona, the Catalans. Problem for us. But Apache, that game, man.
I still don't believe
I think I started celebrating when the third goal went in. Because even at 2-0, I was like, nah, even with the red card, nah.
Chelsea had the
I
game
know
all
this
from
team.
the beginning because Chelsea outplayed them. So
Absolutely, they did. Congratulations to Chelsea, though.
You can say
Very, very happy. I know one guy that watched that game, eyes glued, pure hater, definitely looking forward to this Sunday. But the good thing about his hate is he's very objective about it. He's very real about it. He knows his team. He dissects his team like a surgeon. In fact, they call him Profosky. Prof, Oscar.
FX, thank you for having me here.
Yeah,
football family, thank you for having me as well. Sabi football.
Sabi
football.
Ball. Let's go. We all Sabi Ball. So when we
Yeah.
see the knowledge that you guys have, of course, I want to run through match day or game week 12, I would say. We all know that Sabi Ball is a virtual reality. Yeah, as I was saying, game week 12 was crazy, especially in the English Premier League, which brings us to the FPL as well. But first and foremost, before we go through the FPL segments, which Sabi Ball is all about, is to go through all those games one by one. And of course, the star game for me had to be the game on Sunday, the North London Derby. And what a way to announce yourself to a derby game. Sometimes I wonder who writes the scripts, Oscar. Football has a way of just giving you stories and stories and beautiful stories. This guy was almost signed by Tottenham Hotspur. This guy scored his first goal for Arsenal playing against his former side in Crystal Palace. This guy prayed for a hat-trick, Baba, and he scored a hat-trick. Who is this guy?
It's all working out.
Who is this guy?
That's the easy show.
Apache is entry for you. I mean, both of you are.
I said it's all working out. You know
Amazing guy, man.
the Spurs gaffer, when they asked him about Eze,
He said,
who is Eze?
Who's Eze?
So Eze, you know how our parents used to say it now. They say, how many times did I call you?
You know, so you had to put up a show.
I called him 3 times.
A masterclass.
Eze.
Bro,
Eze
he almost scored a fourth in that game.
Now, do you know who Eze is?
Oh, absolutely. Bereki Eze. I mean, QPR, former player, outstanding footballer.
Tell them about
Copped
it.
by Crystal Palace, the Eagles. Played some outstanding football for them under Patrick Vieira. Even the legendary coach who's retired now. Forgotten his name. The Englishman. Old man, Roy Hodgson.
Roy Hodgson.
Before Oliver Glasner, he's grown as a footballer. He's not just a creative outlet for any team, but he can play on the wings, he can play as a number 10, and he's got goals in him. I love the way he played that. It was so calm and it was almost like it was effortless.
So good that we're talking about the Spurs match, right? Good that we're talking about the Spurs match. And I'd like to trade to my fellow Gunner, right? Merino had a role to play in that game. There was a change of style that probably supported how Eze played. Do you think if it was a Gyökeres, Eze would have had those many chances? Do you think would have had that much flow?
I disagree. Because if it wasn't for the movement of Merino, Eze wouldn't have those pocket holes that he was dropping into. Why? Because Gyökeres would have occupied that space, making it difficult for Eze to pop up where he was popping up around the box. So Merino played a major role in how we performed on Sunday. And I'm looking forward to that working again on Sunday as well.
Working today too.
You guys are looking forward to Sunday. Interesting. Well, before you guys jump to Sunday, before you jump to Sunday, very poor game, Thomas Frank's side. It didn't feel like a derby, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Arsenal had ran over them. It was too easy. It was one of the worst London derbies I've seen in a long time. Yeah. Aside the mistake Raya and the midfielder made, where Zubimendi made, which we've seen. I think same thing happened last season or 2 seasons ago, where Arsenal lost the ball in the middle of the park. Raya, and again that ball was lost to a Spurs player and chipped it over.
Yeah.
The way Arsenal loses concentration in those kind of areas, that's the only way you can score them.
So honestly, I think it would be hard on to blame Raya for that goal. I think it'd be hard on. Raya was at his position at the time because we had the ball. Arsenal had the ball. Zubimendi should have released that ball faster, right? And so because Arsenal basically plays a high line, the goalkeeper doesn't stay back because he adds in the gameplay.
Yeah.
Right? He could Zubimendi could have passed back to Raya, and when he passed back to Raya was back at the goal. You know what I mean?
So Oscar, this is what brings me to this point where, we all Sabi Ball. We've all enjoyed football from how it started off, from lumping the ball, a goal kick, now from passing out from the back. That philosophy of sticking to always constantly wanting to pass out from the back. Time and time again, teams have been punched. And the amount of goals from unforced errors in the Premier League is really, really high. And that brings me to the point where teams have to kind of mix it up. Sometimes you don't always have to build up from the back. I've realized that Manchester United have kind of abandoned that these days. They hit it long.
They've abandoned a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Amorim has changed a number of things. But, guys, real quick, going through the results. Burnley, Chelsea, 2-0 to Chelsea. Bournemouth, of course, came back from 2-0 down against West Ham. Brighton, Brentford, that was Igor Thiago missing the penalty. We do know a number of people put Igor Thiago in their FPL team. Yeah. One of those guys.
No.
He did miss a penalty, so of course that would have been a minus for you. Liverpool was stunned by Daesh football. Nottingham Forest getting a wonderful away victory against the defending champions, who are in a shitstorm, I would say, guys. But Crystal Palace, of course, easy win away from home against Wolves, and Newcastle beating Manchester City. Eddie Howe just seems to get it right when he plays Pep Guardiola. And of course, we know what happened in that game against Leeds and Aston Villa, and of course, Arsenal Spurs. But we have to go through that game on Sunday. There's one thing I like about what managers say these days, guys. And blessing the way we ball don't they right from time. When teammates fight each other. You hear the feedback from the opposing manager and Ruben Amorim. He was like, he likes that. I want my players to fight. I even enjoy that. For him, he even questioned why the ref gave Idris Gueye a red card. Same thing for David Moyes when he was interviewed after the game. He was like,
it's what it is.
I like it when my players fight each other. That means they care. That means it shows that they know what they want from this. They demand a lot from each other. So, yes, red card in 13th minute. Yes, Gueye slapped Michael Keane. Yes, Michael Keane shoved him first. What transpired there was, of course, unprofessional. The referee had to send him off. Violent conduct.
Exactly.
But sometimes they say a red card is that's the avenue for the opposing team to punish you. But Everton had other ideas. Guys, they beat United 1-0.
Well,
13th minute, first half. KDH, Drisby Hall scored and.
I don't see why. That's why Amorim will come out and say he he would be happy if his players will fight each other. As much as those statements were made, right? It was a level of unprofessionalism that shouldn't happen in any team. As much as you have passion, you should be able to control yourself better.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing, to be honest, that you got a red card for
Fighting each other,
fighting
fighting
your
your
teammates.
teammates.
Yeah.
It was quite embarrassing. So anything they say, they cover up. That's on one. Two, Amorim makes me feel like I should start my coaching badge badges, to be honest.
You know,
Because I still, for the hell of it, I do not understand how an opposing team has a red card, right? And you are still playing 5 at the back. I
That's
need
true.
to understand it.
That's true. He kept on Dogu and
it was very rigid. It was very
Maswari.
rigid on his plays. And
Yeah.
if you ask me, moment they gave Gueye the red card, he was supposed to switch.
immediate change, right?
Full all-out attacking play. Because they had nothing in the middle anymore. Without Gueye, they're very light in the middle. All you have to do is add another attacking midfielder into that team and switch all the defenders. Let them switch on to attacking mode, and which he didn't do. And here we are talking about this.
Well, it allows David Moyes to smile to the bank.
But for 70 minutes, my brother, 70 minutes.
David Moyes has not beaten Manchester United at Old Trafford
Yeah,
since he was a manager.
Yeah, well,
That was the first time, and it was a beautiful time to do it. Against
Yeah,
your
yeah.
former side, the guys that sacked you, that did not allow you to do a whole full season.
you can say that
You
again.
had a red card.
You can say that
Come
again.
on, that was just the beauty of it. That
can
was
say
the
that
story for him, and he had to. He had beaten them in the. He had beaten United before, but not in the Premier League. I think that was in the Carabao Cup when he was West Ham United manager. But sweet victory for Everton, 3 points, beautiful. So, guys, we have to move to the FPL.
Right.
I want to hear your tips. Because I know before the show started, you guys were talking about if Salvi had Eze. Eze scored a hat-trick. If you had Eze,
Yeah.
if you had Eze, you're a witch. How would you know that man will score? But again, they always say there's a major tip in FPL. Always be patient. Don't rush. Yeah, we won't take talk.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be quick to sell. Don't be quick to sell your players.
Exactly.
You know?
So, guys, I want to ask you, who are you transferring in? Who are you transferring out? Who's getting benched? You have to share these secrets. So that's why the Sabi Ball is
Okay.
here. No, don't mislead our audience. Don't mislead the guys that want to run their analysis before they make those choices before Friday, Saturday. Tell me, who's coming in? Who's going out? Why are you benching? Why are you captaining? You know, let me know. Let me start with Apache. Hold on, sir. Hold on. I know you'd like saying you're putting on
For my team,
because
yeah?
Apache is looking at his team now.
For my team,
Right.
for instance, I'm going to let go of Senesi. I'm going to put him on the bench.
That's the Bournemouth defender.
I'm not going to sell him
Okay.
because they're going away to Sunderland. And
Yeah.
that is no place. That's no friendly place to go to. So on my bench, I have Van der Ven. So I'm going to switch Senesi with Van der Ven. And Timber, I'm going to keep Timber because I know he's going to perform against Chelsea. I have Munoz. And Munoz, they're going to be playing at home against
True.
Man United.
True.
And we know what Crystal Palace bring to the table when it comes to playing at home. Looking at the midfield,
Very tight defensively too.
you know, looking at the midfield, I'll stick with Weinders. That's Tiani Weinders. You know.
He's been on and off. Pep
Yes.
has not been bringing him in a lot.
Pep
That's a gamble.
He's always strict.
Apache.
Yeah, that is part of the game. You know, you can't
Fair enough.
just be chopping and change. You have to stick with what you believe in.
Fair enough.
You know, and when it works, you go with it, and when it doesn't, you sync with it.
I mean, he came in as a sub in their last game
Exactly.
against
So,
Newcastle.
Shade is playing Burnley at home. Shade, Brentford player.
Very good striker too. Scored against
Yeah,
Chelsea.
though I'm not supposed to be letting this all out, but it's what it is, though. But
Hey, that's what this show is about, man.
Yeah.
There's a segment for FPL,
you know,
dedicated.
Shade is there.
Let's give them the secrets.
I'm going to keep Shade.
Okay.
Saka is going to be forever there. You know,
Correct.
Semenyo, I'm hoping he's
Default.
going to be back from injury, so I want
Yeah.
to.
Is this your team?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm holding on to him because his price has gone up. His value has,
Yeah.
appreciated over
I sold
time.
Semenyo though. That
So-
ankle injury, I don't think it's going to come back real quick. I have to
According
sell him for him.
to what Iguaola has been saying, he's been talking from both sides of his mouth, and I want to believe that. I want to stick to the side of positivity. I want to be optimistic here.
See, guys, that's one guy. He listens to the press conferences. He's a wicked FPL manager. You go and listen to press conference to know if a player is going to play. See? People are fully invested in this thing.
No,
Listen to Sabi Ball.
we need to investigate in order for us to get more information.
My brother, go on, Joe.
So on my attack, I'll still stick with Haaland and Mateta. Mateta is playing Man United. Trust me, I'm sure he's going to be smiling like bring those brittle defenders to me.
Need to see that corner flag celebration.
You know, so he's going to be smiling like bring those brittle defenders.
Amen. Nice one, Apache. I love that. Well strategized. You're a surgeon. I always say. Let's go.
So it's funny how Apache and I have the same strikers.
Oh, real?
I'll be starting.
Same here. Haaland
and
Mateta. Same here. I'm not going to lie.
There are not too many strikers doing well in fantasy in the Premier League today.
Yeah, Igor Thiago.
Yeah, so
Brentford,
after Haaland, who has scored in double figures, which other striker has scored, say, 7 goals in 12 Premier League matches?
Actually.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's better you start to plan your fantasy team with lesser strikers, because there are more points coming from the midfield and the defense.
Golden nuggets. God.
There are more points coming from the midfield and the defense. In fact, if you risk going a 5-4-1 or a 4-5-1, right, you might just do well because Haaland is a constant figure, right? But again, a couple of people are not comfortable just putting one striker because they think like strikers have more opportunities. Yeah. But we've seen that midfielders are already tying up to the strikers and all of that. So we'll make the risk and we'll put Haaland and Mateta because I can't see any other striker I'm comfortable with. There's Thiago, but they're not like every game week goal scorers, to be honest, right? Then in the midfield, one of my midfield secrets this season has been Declan Rice, right? So while a lot of Arsenal fans will be talking Saka, Eze, and everything, Declan Rice's consistency every game week. He's on defensive contributions.
Yep.
He would always give you the 2 points for defensive contributions. He will give you another 2 points for starting the game and playing over 60 minutes. He's going to give you an extra point for clean sheets because Arsenal is a clean sheet team. So that's 5 points realistically. And then he plays the set pieces, the corner kicks and the free kicks that Arsenal is good at. So you're most likely going to get assists from him in 90 minutes. And then finally, once in a while, he chips in with goals. So he's one Arsenal defender you should have in your midfield, right?
Nice.
Then another midfielder that should be a...
Don't share too much, bro.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling you want to keep calm. I'm enjoying it.
Okay. But yeah, I just think like Mbeumo should be a constant as well. Because as bad as Man U do, the standout figure in Man U is Mbeumo. I run away from City midfielders because
Pep
is always chopping and changing.
I think he hates FPL.
Yeah, I think he dislikes FPL. So the only person I keep in the City team is Haaland. I see a couple of people put Renders, and I hope Renders is doing well for them.
It's not been
advice against Renders. Right.
It started off with a bang, but that was it.
He did.
And then so I probably talk about other midfielders that I have. I have Rogers. He did well last weekend, but
Rogers on point.
I think Rogers will start doing well going forward. And Kudus is neither here or there, so I'm still thinking about him. But because I don't want to do too many changes, I'll still keep Kudus in the team. But he starts the season very strong. And then in midfield, in defense rather, right? The biggest secret in FPL this season is double on Arsenal defense. Double on Arsenal's defense, right? Because if you are double on Arsenal's defense from the beginning of the season, you know how many games you'd have gotten at least 12 points in every game, right? So take the risk of doubling on Arsenal's defense in Timber, Calafiori, Saliba, since Gabriel is injured. And then if you want for cheap so that you can have some monies in your bank, then you can bring in Nkapie, who will be deputizing for Gabriel in this time.
This guy said Nkapie is better than Wesley Fofana. Anyway, let's not start an argument.
Please. I'll like comments on that in the comment section.
Let's not start. So we will not do Gueye and Michael Keane.
Okay.
Yo, Lee Boyer and Eric
Kieran Dyer.
10 years ago.
Yeah, they actually
same Newcastle versus Aston Villa, if I remember correctly. In 2005, that's like 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So it's not new. So don't let me fight you.
Nothing is new. Don't worry.
Fight you, brother.
But you know the truth, right?
Nothing is new. Okay, I'm only going to share one secret. I am going to triple captain Haaland. Yes, I have to, because I'm dropping. And why again is Haaland the vex? He didn't score. against Newcastle. He didn't play against, or did he play?
He did.
He came
He
He came on, okay,
Yeah.
but he still drew a blank. Then chopped 2-0. Pep no Sabi Ball. I don't understand. Why you go to rest like 8 to 9 to 10 players for Champions League game? Anyway, I have a feeling Haaland is going to vex. Baba go score minimum 2 goals. So I don't triple captain him. That's my only secret for this game week 13.
All the best.
Guys, we have to move. There's so much beautiful stories to talk about. See, there was one game I watched last night. And I was like, this game, a familiar foe is around. I know you. I'm familiar with you. You broke my heart in 2009. Yes. When SCN scored that equalizer. So many handballs. Oh, Vrebo, that ref. Thunder fire you anywhere where you did. Barcelona don't show us. Kai. So it was a game of reflections. I was not just watching a live game. I was like, this game, there's history behind it. So when we scored, even when we scored the first goal that they disallowed, I didn't celebrate. Like, there was a Barcelona fan just making noises in the background. There will be 7 offsides, everything, then go cancel them. And it was kind of right. They kept on cancelling everything. But yo, Chelsea started very well. Proud of my club. I had to wear this cap. Even though I looked like a ruffian, I had to just show these Arsenal men. They're choking me like Caicedo. You know? But yo, what a game. The golden child. We have a golden child. And yes, his name is not Yemi Lawal or Lamine Yamal. His name is Estaval. Hey, God. He sweets me die. What a game. Guys, let's remove.
How do you think?
Rivalry.
How do you
what
think,
a game that was.
How do you think the game would have been if Yamal played?
Well, we have to ask Cucurella because Mandem's pocket is very deep. Sure, Yamal is still in.
Played.
No.
It was Yamal that played yesterday.
Yeah, that I get.
Say.
Okay, now I get it. Oh yes.
Cucurella had that man in his pocket.
Bro.
Pure Agbaya moves, man.
So I think I don't know where Baka is today, but I think Yamal is beginning to celebrate stardom before time.
I think he's been targeted too.
Yeah,
because he
I
talks
think
too
he's
much.
beginning to celebrate stardom before time. He hasn't gotten to that stage yet, to be very honest, right? And a lot of us curse these things because we're starting to compare him with some players. Before you hear Yamil and Saka, who is better. Before you hear Yamil and this, who is better. He's better than Salah.
They have a point. He started explosive. The last 2 years, I mean, Yamal has 16. He won the Euros.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But in measurement, you compare consistency.
For Barcelona as well. Right. Won La Liga as well last season. I mean, it's enough to put your money where your mouth is.
So there are players you can't call. They're especially when they're young, right? Arsenal had a Jack Wilshere. Anything can happen. You had a Jack Wilshere that played against a Barca, right? Was it Barca or it was Barcelona?
He played against Barcelona.
He was the man of the match. Took over a midfield that had like the biggest players in midfield, right? Sometimes you have the stardom when you're younger. Sometimes you have those games when you're younger. But at the end of the day,
no fear factor,
you need to measure consistency, right? Because there's a bit where you have the talents, you have the legs, you have everything, but lifestyle might affect you. And lifestyle comes when popularity starts to show up, if you know what I mean.
There's a lot of parties.
Exactly. So
celebrated his
before you know it starts to show. And I think his I'll blame because it's Yamal, right? You can't blame the whole of Barca's bad fortune on him, right? But I mean, you needed to see him do something in the game. One thing in the game, right? Take Cucurella.
It was too individualistic.
Yes, I didn't see it.
He didn't play like a team player.
And I don't know. At the end of the day, Madrid is going to run away with.
You reckon?
Yeah. I don't think Barca is.
For the league, yeah. But if you ask me yesterday, he was nowhere to be found, quite all right. But I feel everything.
The team didn't play well.
Yeah.
Let's not.
The Barcelona team yesterday, the one we saw last night, you can't identify with that Barcelona team last night.
They missed Pedri for sure in that midfield. But that's
They
did
miss Pedri.
Chelsea
but
missed.
I looked at that.
There was no Cole Palmer there.
So
I looked at that game yesterday. And
they were outplayed in every department. They were outplayed in every department. Barca was not there. Lewandowski was on the pitch. You know, Lamine Yamal was there. So what are we talking about? Their best player got the yellow card, the 2 yellow cards.
Crazy.
Yeah, that guy was about the best player till he left. Then came on and there was this other dude on the left, Balde.
Yeah, Balde had a very good game too.
Impressive.
Yeah. Going forward,
Regardless
though,
of
Estevao.
No, he put in his own shift.
Yeah.
He put in his own shift. At the time Estevao got his goal, they had the wind in their sail.
Yeah.
So everything was going in favor of Chelsea at that time. So there was nothing he could have done. Trust me, if it was 11, even after the 11-11, Chelsea were playing Barcelona. So it wasn't a case of maybe it was because of the red card. No, it had nothing to do with the red card.
They were shell-shocked. They just couldn't
Chelsea
stand up.
played
Stand
Barca.
up.
They did. I would like to officially, right? Because beyond being an Arsenal fan,
Oh yeah,
I'm also a Premier League fan.
of course.
Right? I'd like to officially thank FX for being the only team yesterday, not to shame the English league.
The English league, yeah.
I'll carry forts today.
Don't worry. We do it all the time. Thank
Yeah,
you for your
I'll
help.
carry forts for you today, but I'll say thank you for representing us properly yesterday.
Don't worry now. We've won it all in Europe.
Oh,
These
come
are
on.
things that happen. But hey, there was an 18-year-old that we focused on already, which is Lamine Yamal. But somehow, some way, the media and maybe even some of us football purists forgot about the other 18-year-old, the Brazilian wonder kid, Estevao. What a game! In just a few words, Apache, what do you make of this guy? This guy has done what not many teenagers have done. He's the first teenager to score in his first 3 Champions League debuts since Haaland and Messi. Is a bracket to be proud to be part of, you know. So big game player. It looks like
He scored in every game.
Yeah, he scored in every game he's started. In the
If I'm to write anything about, if I'm to do a write-up about the guy last night, I'll put a picture of Estevao and I'll put "It has begun." You get, because
It don't start.
I'm not a Chelsea supporter yet, but I know that boy's got tricks in his bag.
Amen.
All things being equal, if he should manage his situation properly, if he doesn't go by the way of Lamine Yamal, trust me, that boy should be able to hit the sky like you know.
To interrupt you there, one thing that he doesn't do like Lamine Yamal is he doesn't brag.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't party.
Oh yeah.
He has
He's
his
a
head-
church boy, from
He
what
has
we
his head on
hear.
his shoulder.
He has head on his shoulder. He's a family man. His dad is not all in the news like Lamine Yamal's dad. And he dances in church, goes to church every Sunday. The boy is level-headed. He's like a kaka.
Or a
There's
Saka.
no player.
Like a Saka.
I thought it was
Like a
Saka.
kaka.
Like a Saka.
A kaka.
Saka.
Saka.
Bukayo Saka.
Yeah.
Eduro.
No, like
Saka,
Saka.
the Jesus boy. Now they go.
Saka, the godson.
Hey, God. Okay. All right. So back to Estevao. This man. Problem. So back to what Estevao has done. See, it's the last time I saw a player. Look, I even put it on my IG. If you guys care to watch my IG stories, you see it. That goal, when he scored that goal, I stood up and I was like, some people are like, nah AI. Say nah AI score. Say no be. I was like,
Beautiful
yo.
goal. That was
No.
beautiful goal.
So my point is,
That was brilliant.
This boy,
That was brilliant.
I've not seen something like this since Eden Hazard, though. Since 2012. That's a long time. First time I saw Hazard play for Chelsea,